All right, hey everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. So today I've got a list of honeydews that I'm trying to get done. The first one that we're doing here is bush hogging my garden spot. It has gotten terrible, and I'm needing to get some winter clover and also some turnip greens planted in my garden. So we need to bush hog it, get it cleaned up. Then we're going to come back in here in just a little bit and run a chisel plow through it to just kind of break things up a little bit, and then I'll let the grass die for a few days, and I'll come back in with the mules and disc it up, plant the seed, and then run a collie packer over it. So I'll try to do another video maybe this time next week to where you'll get to see the mules doing their part, but for now we got to get it cleaned up and get the ground broke up. And also I'm mowing the mules pasture off back here behind the barn. I'm trying to get it mowed off today, so I'm going to take y'all along for just a little bit of that too. We're going to do several different things today, including going and seeing the mules, and I'm going to show you the finished product of what I've done out in the front also. Now, in case you guys haven't noticed, we are awful dry here in Tennessee right now. There for a while, y'all, we was getting rain like every day. That's one reason why my garden got out of control and got growed up. And this ain't the first time. It's like a couple times this has happened to me. Oh, by the way, and here's that okra that we had planted, what's left of it. And we also had some peas that was left also. Some of them I didn't get picked. That kind of saddened me a little bit to have to run over them. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. But it's awful dry here. We could use a little bit of rain, especially planting this winter clover and the turnip greens. Be pretty good to have some turnip greens for Thanksgiving, fresh turnip greens. That'll be pretty nice. But anyway, y'all can see here how dry it is. Lord, it was dusty. I had to blow my nose out several times. I even had to take the tractor up to the barn and wash the radiator air cleaner out a few times, keep it clean because the tractor was trying to run hot. But anyway, it's pretty warm today. It's like 91 degrees, so we've had a pretty good day today. Now, a little bit about my wife's tractor here. It's a Kubota 3901. It's a small frame tractor, 39 horsepower, 4-wheel drive. And the bush hog is a 5-foot Land Pride bush hog, single wheel on the back. And y'all, I had good intentions of getting y'all two view angles, one facing rearward and one facing forward like here. However, later on in the day, as I was bush hogging some more stuff down in the bottom down there, the GoPro that was facing rear actually fell off the tractor and under the bush hog, and of course you know what that did. So anyway, it hadn't been the best time here lately for trying to get videos with just the bad luck I've been having, so y'all please excuse me on that. But anyway, so we'll get finished up here in the garden, and then we're going to jump down in the mules pasture. Alright, here I am going back down in the mules pasture, and as you can see, I've done got the lower end of it pretty much mowed. Right here's my grass line, and I've got this thing laid off in a racetrack pattern to where I'm just making like a loop around and around and around and around, and I'm working the uncut material back up the hill to our left. It'll make more sense to you here in just a second once we complete the pattern. But when I first started this pasture down here, y'all, I made 4 trips all the way around it on the outside to kind of give me room to turn around on the end. Like I said, you'll see it down here at the other end when we get there, how it gives us a little bit more room. And then this racetrack type pattern, it's kind of late. Some people call it lands. They lay it off in lands. If you've ever used an agriculture type GPS, most of the ag GPSs will call it a racetrack pattern, because you're basically just making a big loop and you're working the ground, one direction or the other. It just depends on which way you're turning. Now, basically, this material that is over to our left is what we are actually cutting. And, well, both actually, what's in front of me and what's to the left. However, whenever we get through with this material that's on our left, I'll just lay off another land or another racetrack pattern, if that makes any sense. And then we'll just repeat the process until we get done. Alright, now this is what we call in our area a chisel plow. It's got 9 shanks on it. It's a pretty good load for this little tractor, especially in hard ground. And of course, we got grass clumping up there where we've already bush hogged it. The grass is wadding up under it. But anyway, this chisel plow has got plow feet on the bottom of it, and basically whenever you put it down in the ground, when you lower it down, it will suck itself into the ground. You see how those shanks are kind of curved forward a little? It'll make itself pull down into the ground. So you kind of have to watch your lift a little. This tractor does not have automatic draft control. And what automatic draft control is, y'all, it will sense that the plow is putting extra load on the tractor, and it will automatically pick up the implement to keep from bogging the tractor down, if that makes any sense. In other words, it maintains the same load for you. This tractor doesn't have that, so I have to do it with my hand on the lift lever. And there's a couple times it got me to where wheels will start spinning and whatnot. But I've run this little tractor of Marcy's enough. I kind of got to where I've learned how to get by with it. And this little chisel plow works good for busting up the ground, breaking up hard ground. And that's really all I want to do here, is just kind of break it up and get it to where we can get our seed planted. We will run a disc over it after, and see, there goes the wheels spinning. And what it done is it sucked down too low and loaded the tractor up too hard. So once I picked it up a little out of that hard ground, it'll go on, and do its thing. And for a 9-shank chisel plow like this, to pull it really well, you would need like a 60 horse tractor would be a lot better, or a medium size or large medium frame or large frame tractor. This small frame tractor simply doesn't have enough weight for it, really. So what I wound up doing was making one pass, going about halfway down, and then on the second pass I went down a little bit deeper. So that's kind of how I've learned how to get by. You work with what you got sometimes, but anyway, it'll get the ground broke up enough to where we can get the seed planted, and that'll keep winter weeds out of our garden and be good for turning it under when it comes springtime. All right, y'all, we got this thing done for today. We pretty much wrapped it up. Got the front part up here in front of the house where the mule barn is. I got it cleaned off and bush hogged. My wife was just about to kill me for letting it grow up like it did, and I just hadn't took time to do it. But anyway, I got the fence took down up here. I'm gonna show you all that in just a minute. I had to take a fence down because this used to be part of our front pasture back before we opened that back part up. This was pretty much all I had. But now we wanted to take this back in and make it back in the yard so we can keep it mowed and make it look pretty. Eventually, I'm gonna build me a new barn and a shop out here on this place right here. And I'll show you that in just a second. So let me get this thing flipped around and we'll see what's up. Okay, so up there is a mule barn, and then used to this fence tied in right there at the corner of the mule barn and came down right down through here, and y'all can see right over there I piled up some T-posts. There's a gate that I took out, and right over here is a corner post, and I bush hogged this. So right here on the edge of where you see me bush hogging, kind of where the green grass is and that other stuff, is kind of the line on everything. I still got some mess to clean up, but for the most part I got it cleaned up pretty good. So there's my corner post and my T-post. I'll save them, take them up to the barn and save them. And I've got some more T-posts and wire laying out there I got to go get. But anyway, we got this cleaned up pretty nice, and I'll be able to take it back in on the yard and keep it mowed, make it look pretty. Now y'all, almost forgot to tell you that this area right here where these two dirt piles are is where I'm going to put my new barns at, my shop and also my new mule barn eventually. And the dirt that came from the ponds, we're actually going to use that dirt to build the pads for the barns. Now these big old grass or weed piles out here is that dirt that we piled up from the pond when we had it dug out. And by the way, it's leaking. It's not working just right. I'm going to do a little bit more work on it to get it right. So we'll add that to our list of stuff to do. I've got my log wagon sitting out here. I'm going to park I've got my log truck moved and my pickup. I've got them moved out of the way. I'm going to bring them back over here because this is normally where I park them, get them out of the way. I'll bring them back here in just a little bit. But the pond, yep, I got to do a little bit of work on it. It's holding a little bit of water, but it's got a hole in it somewhere. So we'll have to come back and revisit that. I'll take y'all over here and let you see the mules right quick. Hey, big girl, this is June. My number one girl. Get that right, big girl. All right, here's May. Okay, so this is May. This is Kate. Kate and May is usually the first ones up. Right here in the middle is June. Hey, big girl. Hey. Hey, June. May. And then Alice is over there, kind of behind her. So, like I say, we got most of it cleaned up. And y'all seen, if I can get these mules to get out of my way, stay off of me long enough. Y'all seen that I got the garden cleaned up out there. There's Brownie, Sarah Beth's miniature pony. But we got the garden cleaned up, you know, right in there on the other side of Brownie's pen. And then down there in the back we got the pasture mowed, so we're in pretty good shape. And from here we just got I've got some fencing that I've got to fix. We've got some spots where the fence is grounded. I got to get that fixed. I'm gonna spend tomorrow doing that, and then Monday I'll be back on the stick cutting timber. I just need to take a little bit of time and get this stuff done, satisfy the boss lady and my mules and myself. I like stuff to look nice, you know, too, as much as we can. And by the way, I got these new DJI mics. I've been looking at them for a long time, and I knew a lot of you guys were having a hard time understanding me sometimes. I actually tried to make you guys a couple videos last week, and it didn't work out because I was trying these new mics, and I made one video sorting logs on the deck over at the job, and it didn't work out because when I was running the skid steer, it was getting a lot of reverb in the tracks when the tracks would run. I don't know if it was because I had it on my head or where. I kind of like the idea of having it on my head, so that way when I turn my head, you know, it doesn't change volume, you know, and whatnot, versus putting it on my shirt, and I'm liable to lose it attached to my shirt. Joe Meska, when he came for the Real Heritage and did a video for us, I actually lost his that day. I felt terrible about that, and Joe, if you're watching, I do apologize, buddy. But anyway, so we're gonna roll with these new DJI mics. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think, you know, the quality of the sound. Maybe something I could do better, you know, and all that good mess. I'll try to get some more videos rolling for you next week. Hopefully, I did make a mistake today. I had the GoPros on the tractor, and one of the GoPros let go, the magnets let go, and it fell and hit the ground. Bush hog run over it. So now I got to get another GoPro. I was wanting to get another GoPro anyway, so we'd have 3. Now I'm going to have to buy 2. Oh Lord, it's always something, ain't it? Anyway, look, thank y'all for hanging out and being here. I appreciate you. Appreciate every one of you. Love you all. And as always, I'm going to be praying for you, each and every one of you. If there's anything I can do to help you, if you need me, I'm going to put my email up here on the screen. Holler at me. Be glad to talk to you. And as always, y'all take care. I'll see you next time.